All is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down the kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 8th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era, no doubt. They look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Pats and Steelers for most ever.
And they've been really close in recent years. They were in this game just 3 seasons ago. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. Had the lead in the 4th quarter against Kansas City, but watched it slip away. And how about last year? Lost a 4th quarter lead to the Rams in the NFC title game.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, he's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading them out, Trey Lance, now in his 2nd season out of North Dakota State.
Not a bad first season as a starter for Lance, was it? He's really fit in that unique offense the 49ers like to run and brought another dimension to this team. Now he could deliver San Francisco a record-tying 6th Super Bowl title. And he could become the first FCS quarterback to win the Super Bowl since Kurt Warner in 1999.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them. Come on, set!
Lance now on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is out of bounds here.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective number.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. On the counter, Mitchell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell to about the 48-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Lance going to keep it on the option. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper and second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 27 yards. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Finding space at the 40.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. And it is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows knows how to get the ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Taking a shot for Samuel, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They go play fake. Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 65 yards. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a long run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards. The Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is back to an 8-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They run over center with Mitchell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, Lance completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. On play action, Lance. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 78 yards rushing here for Edwards-Helaire. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on second and 10. Mahomes going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Mahomes will throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over first and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive first and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he returns this to the 22. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
Yeah, he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, it's Sermon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Lance looking to throw.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you can go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense set to go. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
Javon Kinlaw, his second sack of the night. The defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
And partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out and needing a touchdown to tie things up, they can run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken from just outside the 30. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. That last defensive stand, and that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you've set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. We'll see what Lance can do in OT. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Trying to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 176 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Another run to Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And in the yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And they run the option on second down. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, the pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.